Wednesday.
Give me a P, give me a E, give me a T, T, Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another installment of PETTYWAP Wednesday. I know I was missing last week. I had some issues with finals and I was just totally stressed, so we didn't get I didn't get up a PETTYWAP Wednesday last week, but I am back. If you're new to my channel, this is your first time seeing my face, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video, and let's get on with today's PETTYWAP topic. Y'all, I had to get, this might be a double feature because this past week I've had to deal with an individual who is just like, she was just very passive aggressive. She was very like passively racist. Like, it was just extra. So I had to pour myself a glass of wine because this might be a double feature PETTYWAP Wednesday since I missed last week, and just so that I can tell you guys the real. But first, I want to start off with this story because I got a question from one of my friends. She'd been watching my channel for a little bit, and she was like, girl, how did you like keep your wigs from flying off your head and flying away? Girl, trial and error. When I first started wearing wigs, I was making my own, and I was buying bundles from AliExpress and sewing them onto wig caps and just kind of making U-parts, and then I pull my hair out and straighten it, whatever. When I decided to stop straightening my hair and kind of let it do its own thing so that it would grow, I stopped wearing U-part wigs or making U-part wigs, and I started just wearing synthetic lace front wigs and half wigs that were curly so that I wouldn't have to straighten my hair to blend. So this was like 2015, so not as old as my last two story times. It's spring break 2015. Patrick and I had been together for a year, and me and my roommate decided that we wanted to go to Myrtle Beach, which is in South Carolina. South Carolina? Yes, Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, which was like maybe a 2 or 3 hour drive away from us, and go there for spring break and just lay out on the beach and, you know, be real cute and just lay out and be adorable, whatever. Y'all, my hair, like, we made this decision last minute. My hair was like braided down because I had been wearing my U-part wig. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna rock my U-part wig and just be real cute and just like frolic on the beach, and I'm not gonna have any problems. It's gonna be fine. It was not fine. So it was me, Pat, his cousin, and his cousin's husband, and so, and my roommate and her boyfriend at the time. So we're hanging out, you know, I'm chilling on the beach, whatever, on the sand, looking cute, Snapchatting, you know, just getting my little life, all the filters, everything. I was having the time of my life. Of course, because Patrick just felt like he wanted to be social that day, he's like, come on, get in the water, come on, Champagne. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'll get in the water, but you know, you already know my situation. I don't know why you're trying to have me out here in this water, Patrick. So I'm standing in the ocean and I'm about waist deep. Nothing could go wrong, right? Y'all, next thing I know, my head was underwater. I went down looking like Beyonce. I came up out that water looking like Miss Seeley. I didn't know what to do, what to expect. I didn't even know my wig was off. My roommate had to tell me my wig had fallen off. She was like, girl, I'm sitting here, I come out the water. Woo!
Oh my God!
You guys, I was devastated. And the beach was like crowded. That's what makes it so bad. Like there were families like laying out on the sand. Like we weren't that deep. It was literally the most mortifying thing that I had ever experienced. It was terrible. Terrible. Like, and then to make matters worse, I'm sitting there freaking out trying to undo my braids so I'm not sitting here looking crazy. My roommate's like, ooh, let me help you. She's trying to take my braids down. All the while, I'm like, where's my wig? Y'all, why did my wig wash up on shore? So, moral of the story is, don't get in the water trying to go underwater with your wig on. Unless it's properly secured, but I wouldn't even, like, I don't even do it now. Like, I don't. I won't go in the water, or I'll just, like, make sure my hair is taken down so I don't have these kinds of problems. You don't want these problems. Like, it was terrible. It was terrible. I don't even want to say it's a story time. It's just something that I experienced that was so freaking trying to my soul. Like, she tried it. Like, I was aware that people thought these things, but I was under the false pretense that they kept these thoughts to themselves. But y'all, okay, so I had to do a presentation with this girl, I think last week, and we had to do a presentation on environmental health. So the scope of this class is like public health and stuff like that. So we had to do a presentation on environmental health, and we were comparing living in a metropolitan area and living in a more like rural area. I already knew she was going to be a problem when we started the group project. Let me tell you something. I hate group projects. I really, like, I have so much disdain for them. I really wish that they would stop doing this mess. We are in college. Like, I cannot. So, have you ever, like, known or met someone who was just so overly confident, but for no real reason? She was a type A personality, but, like, her capabilities were not on a type A level. Like, she was just extra AF. Like, she was
like, okay, well, I usually take charge in group projects, so I'm gonna take charge, and, you know, I'll make the PowerPoint, and, you know, you just send me your information.
So at this point, I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, because I'm taking 18 credits. If she wants to do the PowerPoint and I'll do, you know, the paper, then that's a great trade-off for me. It's less work for me. I have 6 classes, you know, I'm like full-time and a half because I'm taking 18 credits, so that's fine. So I sent her my information, my statistics. I'm doing environmental health risk factors for living in metropolitan areas because I am from California. I'm from Long Beach /LA/Compton, LA County. So I was like, okay, well, you know, I know a great deal about living in a very populated area because that's where I grew up. So I'll do, you know, I'll do city life. And she's like, okay, yeah, well, I'm like, you know, I want to live in the country, so I'll just do like country environmental health risk factors. So I'm like, okay, cool. I think, like, I thought we had an understanding. It was fine. So I sent her my information. Like, I sent her, you know, my research that I'd done to add it to the PowerPoint, and I had her send me her information. We meet up like a week later to go over the PowerPoint, make sure everything's good, and she starts like changing things in the PowerPoint. So a couple of risk factors that I identified was overpopulation and pollution, air pollution. So we get to the part about overpopulation, and she's like,
oh, well, I added something in here for your solutions for overpopulation.
I was like, okay, so first of all, who asked you to add anything to my research? Like, that's, okay, fine. What did you add?
Well, I figured, like, one of the solutions for that could be, like, adding more police officers.
Like, how is that a solution for overpopulation? How is adding more police officers a solution to overpopulation? I'll wait. So I was like, I don't see how that would solve any problems.
Oh, I was just saying because, like, you know, in urban areas, there's just so much crime, you know? And, like, if you add, like, police officers and they, like, arrest people or, like, you know, they just get rid of people, then it would solve overpopulation.
Bye, dum-dum. I corrected her. I corrected her and moved on. I was like, that wouldn't solve overpopulation. I don't really, like, I don't understand. And she was like, oh, well, because of the crime. And I was like, yeah, but heavily populated areas have more crime because there's a higher population. It's not like people who choose to live in urban environments are inherently more violent than people who don't. That's what? So we keep going through to edit, and another risk factor was sanitation and things like that. The health risk factors of people living in close proximity. So sanitation and clean water and things like that. She says,
oh, I've got a solution for that if you don't mind me adding it.
What? What?
We could add drug rehab programs, and then that way people who are on drugs that live there, right? The people, right? So they're living there and they're on drugs. If we put the rehab program in there, it'll be way better in that environment, right?
Bitch, what?
I used to work in Atlanta, and I used to work at Grady, and I would just always see, people who came in and they had, gunshot wounds and, whatever, and so, yeah, I figured just those areas, they're very urban, and they have lots of, crime and, drugs.
Y'all, I had literally no words. I was like, is this a teaching moment? Is this a moment where I should just teach, or should I just let it go because she's gonna do an evaluation on me later? So then she goes on to say, once she realized that I wasn't responding, she's like,
well, you know what I mean, right? It happens. Crime is normal in these areas, right? You know someone who's been shot, right? Do you know anyone who's ever been shot?
Do you know anyone who's ever been shot?
It was at this moment that I decided it was going to be a teaching moment. It was going to be a teaching moment, and hopefully I could retain my pettiness to a level where it wasn't so bad. So I just wanted to kind of give her a taste of her own medicine. So I was like, no, I don't know anyone who's ever been shot. That's a good question. Well, I heard that there's a lot of meth and opium use in rural areas, country areas. Do you know anybody who's ever done meth, or who's ever engaged in incest activity? Bitch, don't come for me. The things that people think that it's okay to say to you, because it's literally, it's no secret. Everybody knows that urban is AKA for black areas. So don't sit here in my face and try to tell me, oh yeah, in urban areas, if we add more police, we'll get rid of overpopulation, and we should just add drug rehab centers because everybody's on drugs in these urban areas. Literally, she was 2 seconds away from inner cities, and I would have fucking snapped. I was professional for the for the duration of our working together. I just kept it very short and very sweet, and just didn't give her enough chance to talk, to say something stupid to me. Y'all, I can hold my tongue. I really can. But my face needs deliverance, because I must have been side-eyeing her the entire time. All of our peer reviews on our group presentation was more group cohesion. You guys look like you didn't like each other. Champagne, why aren't you smiling? Bitch, because I don't like her. I don't like her. It's over now. It's over now, and finals are next week, the remainder of my finals are next week, and sometimes you have to kind of decide, I guess, when you want to make it a teachable moment and when you want to just brush it off. And I just could not brush it off, because the way in which she said these things to me was as though she didn't know they were offensive, which prompted me to think, you know what, maybe this is a teaching moment, because you could potentially say that to somebody who isn't going to be respond as well to it, or I could say something now to kind of jolt you back to reality and be like, oh, Because when I asked her, like, oh, do you know anyone who's done meth? She was like, oh, no, why would I know anybody who's done meth? Well, why would I know anybody who's been shot? Because I lived in the city, the inner cities. Like, anyway, that's today's Petty Wap Wednesday, you guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to head over to my last Petty Wap Wednesday video and enter my wig giveaway because it ends next Wednesday. So I will be making a video to announce the winners, and also don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.